Most of us like to think of cornhole as just a tailgate or backyard game, but it's grown into a real competitive sport with its own leagues and TV coverage. In this presentation, I'll break down the basics, major organizations, key players, and the factors driving its future. Cornhole at its core is a bag toss game played with 2 angled boards and 8 bags, 4 per player or team. A hole is cut near the top of each board and players throw underhanded the boards from opposite ends. You score by landing bags on the boards or sinking them into the hole, which makes it an easy game to learn, but it gets competitive quick. The basic objective in cornhole is to be the first player or team to reach or exceed 21 points, depending on which rules you play by. The simple target gives the game a clear end game and makes it easy for anyone to jump in without a long learning curve. In competitive play, the setup is much more precise than what most people use in their backyard. Regulation boards are about 2 feet by 4 feet with a 6-inch hole, and they're placed 27 feet apart. Organizations like the American Cornhole Association use these standards so tournaments are fair and consistent no matter where you play. Cornhole scoring is simple but surprisingly strategic. You get 3 points for a bag in the hole and 1 for a bag on the board. But with cancellation scoring, every bag you land takes points away from your opponent. So if I scored 7 points and you scored 5, I would gain 2 points for that round. For most people, cornhole is still a social, recreational game first. You see it just about everywhere: football, tailgates, backyard cookouts, bar patios, or charity events. It doesn't need a special place or expensive gear, so naturally it has become a game that anyone of any age or gender can come together and play with no problem. Cornhole's origins are still debated, with some sources connecting similar bag toss games to older European traditions, but the modern American version took off in the Midwest, especially around Cincinnati. By the late 20th century, it was a tailgate and backyard staple because it was cheap, portable, and easy to learn. This slide is about the turning point for cornhole. It didn't just become competitive overnight. What started as a casual tailgate and backyard game gradually developed into bar leagues, local tournaments, and then regional and national circuits. Eventually, official rules and standards became necessary, helping the sport move from informal to organized. Cornhole's growth has led to a more formal governing system. 3 major organizations shape the sport today: the ACL, ACO, and ACA. They all promote organized play and rule standards, but they differ in focus, media presence, and how they serve recreational versus elite competitors. The American Cornhole League is regarded as the most high-profile organization in professional cornhole. It was founded in 2015 and runs a season-long national pro circuit with structured points and a ranking system. It's also the group most heavily associated with major media exposure, including TV partnerships that have helped cornhole become more mainstream. The American Cornhole Organization is the oldest of the major modern cornhole organizations, founded in 2005. It's known for a more traditional, community-focused approach with strong regional clubs and a seasonal competitive structure. Its annual World Championships are a big deal for serious competitive players. The American Cornhole Association was established in 2003 and promotes itself as the original governing body of cornhole. Compared to the ACL and ACO, it leans more toward recreational and amateur growth, with a strong emphasis on official rules, equipment standards, and easy entry for new players. They are a key figure in keeping the sport accessible and consistent. Cornhole's top level is now built around major championship events and season-long competitive circuits. The ACO's annual World Championships are a big event that draw players from all over the country, while the ACL's National Pro Circuit creates a high-exposure championship with prize money. Cornhole now has recognizable stars that give the sport real storylines. Players like Matt Guy, who is regarded as the greatest of all time, have become fan favorites through consistent wins and clutch shots in crucial moments. Names like him give fans exciting rivalries and narratives to follow. What's interesting about cornhole is that gender competition doesn't have to be rigid. Because the game depends on touch, accuracy, and strategy more than speed or strength, men and women can compete at similar levels. The pathway to elite-level cornhole is pretty approachable compared to many sports. Most players usually start casually at tailgates or in bar leagues and then move into local tournaments. From there, they can enter regional events, earn ranking points that eventually qualify for national and championship level competitions. Cornhole fans follow the sport in a mix of grassroots and modern ways. Locally, people watch at bar leagues, community tournaments, and tailgates. At the elite level, broadcasts and live streamed events help fans follow top players, rankings, and championship storylines. Social media clips have also made it easy for casual players to become regular viewers. As cornhole becomes more mainstream, the key issues aren't just about performance, they're about what kind of sport it wants to be. The sport has to protect access so new players still feel welcome, manage commercialism so it doesn't overwhelm the community vibe, and strengthen integrity through consistent rules and fair competition. Even though cornhole is still cheap and easy to play casually, the path to elite competition can be a different story. Travel, tournament fees, and high-end equipment can create barriers that didn't exist in backyard play. If that gap grows too fast, cornhole risks narrowing its talent pipeline and losing its anyone-can-play identity. Cornhole's future looks really strong if the sport keeps its balance. The pro side can keep growing through organized tours, media, and sponsorships, but the grassroots side has to stay affordable and welcoming. If organizations protect access and strengthen fair standards, cornhole can stay a beloved pastime and a legitimate competitive sport.